Today, we have a special guest coming on. I think you know her at this point, right? Or at least heard of her, okay? 𝐇𝐄𝐍𝐓𝐀𝐈, the person who created all the artwork for the Pokemon Smasher Pass video that I did a few weeks back. We're gonna go ahead and talk to them, ask them a few questions, right? And I guess confront her. Because she has some takes that disagree with my take. So let's get to it. How should you introduce yourself? Or what should I call you guys? Like 𝐇𝐄𝐍𝐓𝐀𝐈?
You can call me Lily if you want.
Lily, okay, Lily. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm actually working on the next Pokemon as we speak.
So like for these like individual dex entries, like on average, how long does it take?
I usually make these, like I make concept art and like initial illustrations on Friday. My writer who helps me like put together the lore, we usually do that on like Saturday and Sunday. It's ready to go by Monday night at latest because I post these on Tuesdays.
Okay, I guess we can get into like the video at hand, right? The original video that blew up.
It did. It really did, and I've been laughing at it because I never really expected anyone to actually react to my project at all. Because it's been done a lot. A lot of artists have done this or attempted to do it. Because I don't think I've ever seen anyone finish Kanto, and if they have, props to them because this is not easy. But when I saw your video, because a bunch of people linked it to me, because my server is like that, I was like, all right, let's see how this goes. And I started watching it, and then I was like, wait, no, I should probably watch this on stream. Yeah. So I did.
I guess the biggest beef that we got right now, right, is the 𝐇𝐄𝐍𝐓𝐀. So sell me on 𝐇𝐄𝐍𝐓𝐀. I was not sold on. Hey, I was consistent throughout my whole video. I just said that
you were very consistent. I learned two things about you. You are afraid of the thickness, and you're a thighs guy. So.
Okay, let's get this clear. I'm not afraid, okay? It's just a preference, okay? I was not afraid. Out of all your designs, which one was your favorite?
I would say that my favorite design to make to date has been Primeape.
Why so?
Because I took a lot of inspiration, I think it was from Street Fighter, to make the character. Like, when I was coming up with the ideas for it, I was brainstorming with a friend, and I basically decided, like, I took all of the fucking silliness I could from like Dragon Ball Z and Kill la Kill, Street Fighter and shit, and made Primeape in such a way that like they look like ridiculous kung fu masters, like martial arts masters, but like they very rarely actually fight people because they're so strong that they can probably snap your spine in half if they're not careful.
Okay. After finishing the original 150, do you think you just continue and just keep going to 198?
I'm going to keep going until I die, basically. Like there's like 800 and something at the moment.
Yeah, 898.
Yeah, like I'm gonna keep going until I'm dead, basically. Like it's such a fun project. Like the reason I started it, there were two reasons. One, it's a great exercise in character design. Two, I wasn't allowed to watch or play Pokemon when I was a kid.
Really?
Because I'm Mexican, and in the 90s in Mexico, there was like the satanic panic that anime was gonna turn all of our children into Satanists. And my mom bought that shit hook, line, and sinker, so I was never really allowed to watch Pokemon. And by the time I was older, I just was not interested. But one of my friends gifted me a copy of Let's Go Eevee, and I played through that shit, and I was so happy. And I was like, I need to do something with this, but what can I do? And I was like, oh, we're making Monster Girls.
So that was your inspiration, right? Like the love of the game, and it was started with Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee.
But yeah, that's where it started from. It was really fun to start. Like when I first started it, I was like, oh, this is gonna take 10 years to finish. But now I take it in stride. Like whenever someone is like, did you know it's gonna take you like 16 years to finish this whole project? I'm just sitting here like, yes, I'm aware.
So there is a lot of like new Pokemon that are coming out, but they're like existing Pokemon with alternate forms. Do you think you're gonna create alternate forms for like existing Pokemon?
I might do the alternate forms, but I want to get past the original decks first, if that makes sense. Which is why you're not seeing any Mega Evolutions or any of the evolutions that are in like other gens in this one. Like this is all Kanto, and it's going to stay all Kanto until I'm done, and so on and so forth. But like if I want to get to Alola, I might do like the Alolan and Vulpix and stuff like that there. But when we get there.
How long have you been drawing for?
I've been drawing since I was 15 years old. I'm 28 now. But professionally, I've been doing it for about 5 years.
So at a certain point in your life, like when you kept drawing, like were you ever trying to like strive to like make this an actual living?
I always wanted to consider like artwork for me was always going to be my career for sure. I used to be in a very safe for work space for the longest time. Like I didn't actually start doing the erotic artwork thing until I was well in my last few years of college. But I always did know I wanted to be an illustrator or a comic artist.
What's your favorite new gen out right now?
I mean, I really like Dress Up Darling way too much.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I agree.
Watching older shows right now because I have this thing where I refuse to draw something if I don't have the context for it. And in my last batch of commissions that I took, there's like 2 fairy tale columns, so I'm watching fairy tale right now as well.
I'm so sorry you have to go through that. Are you actually enjoying it though?
I'm having fun with it. They're
Okay.
stupid as hell. Yeah, no, like one of my best friends is a huge fan of fairy tale, so she told me that, yeah, do watch it. You do need that context. But yeah, new gen, Dress Up Darling is great. I'm having a lot of fun with Spy Family. What else? I haven't caught up with 𝐇𝐄𝐍𝐓, which you were watching right before I called it. I was watching along with you. What season is it on? 2 or 3?
It's on 3, yeah.
Really need to keep watching that one because it's really, really good.
It's like mega popular.
It is fairly popular, and like Chica's adorable. I've actually never drawn anything from 𝐇𝐄𝐍𝐓 now that I think about it, because I haven't finished it, so.
It varies to artist, but do you ever draw like Rule 34 stuff for like characters who are canonically underage? Or like that's where you draw the line, where you're like, oh no, I'm not doing that?
That's a bit of a tricky question. I don't draw kids.
Yeah.
Whenever I draw a character that you could say is minor coded, I make sure that their proportions look adult as fuck.
Oh, you scale them up to the age.
Like, I don't like this aging up debate because it's weird. Like, the point is the intent. If someone has an intent to draw a child, bitch, you're gonna know. If I'm trying to draw a character that's minor coded, like, I draw the line at a character that's like super young. Like, I would never, for example, I would never work with like 𝐸 from Genshin Impact or something like that. My intention is to draw adults, which is why I make sure that I draw characters with adult proportions, regardless of what the concept age is. So it really is subjective.
You don't have to answer this. How much you make? How much you rack it up? How much you ballin'?
Look, I can't tell you how much I make because a lot of people get salty regardless of how much you make. I can tell
Oh
you
yeah,
that
as artists, yeah.
I make a living off my work, yes, comfortably. So I can tell you. And I can't really tell you exactly how much I make because I don't want people doing the math. I don't want people getting salty because sometimes they do. And like, it also incentivizes a lot of people leaking your content because it happens anyway, you know? But the more money you make on the internet, I've noticed, and this is not from myself either, it's from other creators I've seen. Like, for example, you know 𝐇𝐄𝐍𝐓𝐀𝐈, right?
I don't think I've heard of them, no.
You've probably seen her stuff around. Back before you could make your income private on Patreon, I think she was raking in like 40K a month, which is a lot of money. And a lot of people to this day are mad at her for it. So while I can tell you that I definitely can live off my work, I don't want to give you an exact amount in case it's too much, you know?
Completely understandable. It's an occupation where it's people can pay however amount and either like the market decides that like, hey, like a bunch of people are commissioning you like, hey, draw this for me. But like someone else is like, no, I'll give you more money. Draw this for me. Like you kind of have to raise your price to that, right? People look outside looking in and they look at it as like, wait, like it's just art. It's just, who cares? Like it's so easy. I could probably draw this myself if I took time, you know? And people are really salty about that.
Yeah, no. And also anybody who thinks, oh, I can probably draw this myself, you probably could, but it's going to take you like 10 years to learn how to do it, you know?
If someone were to pay like a ridiculous amount for like a dex entry and like the additional artwork for it, would you take that commission? Or you just feel like you need to go down like numerically down the line in the release stage?
People have asked me in the past if I could design, like someone asked me if I could do Lugia or one of the legendaries, and I straight up told them no because I want to go in order. Like, this is a passion project for me. This is actually a project I am not getting paid for. This is not on Patreon. This is all on my Twitter and in the Dropbox, which thanks to you I had to update because everybody was asking about it. But yeah, this is a passion project completely for me. Like, if you ask me, I will pay you like $10,000 to make me this Pokemon Heart of Order, I'm still gonna tell you no. Like, very personal project for me at this point. Yeah.
No matter like if Jeff Bezos put out his fucking Bitcoin wallet right then and there, a small $1 trillion, still no?
Still no.
What?
I'd be like, I'll make you the Musu if you pay the taxes you're supposed to pay, my guy.
Oh, that's so base. Thank you.
And then we'd have an impasse, and no one would get anywhere.
That video that we reacted to it did well because Markiplier and also your artwork was phenomenal, right? And it was really good.
Thank you.
I don't know if yeah, I have to say like your art, I feel like really carried that video because like if it wasn't well designed and all those designs weren't like very distinctive from each other, I wouldn't have that much to talk about, and I don't think that much people would be that interested. They would just probably click off the video just like, okay, this is like really poor design. who cares?
No, I mean, thank you very much for saying that, because like I've put a lot of passion into this project and a lot of work into it, so that does mean a lot to me. And another thing is like it might weird people out, which sounds counterproductive, but it does get views.
Oh no, for sure. I get a lot of comments like, "We have strayed so far from God." I'm like, I agree, brother. I mean, I'm with you on that, but like some people are weird about that. But the biggest thing for me, like, I don't really know why I'm not really weird about talking, because I'm the one talking about fucking and like a fictional character, you know. But I don't feel like any shame to it. It's really weird. Yeah, it's just like it's all good fun.
This is something I say a lot. I think that sex being like this shameful thing is so stupid. Like, if you want to fuck your 2D waifu, you want to fuck your 2D waifu, and it's fine. Pretending that we're all not gigantic coomers on the inside is, bitch, you're lying to yourself.
I guess that's the biggest thing. I was just like, love anime, love Pokemon, love Kooming, you know, everything coming together. Great video.
And that motivates me. Like the amount of people that actually like came up to me to ask me about the project itself after your video was like, yeah, I'm working really hard to get Pokemon out. If I could do 2 a week, I would, but it takes so long to design these, so that's why I only don't do one. But it's really just flattering to have that many people come to me because of that video, and I'm just like, thank you, Hades, that's super nice.
Do you ever think Markiplier will ever do this? Like, if you actually finish the decks, would you ever try to reach out to Markiplier and be like, hey?
I wouldn't reach out, but I would not put it past a lot of people in my community to send it to him. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people in my community that would send it to him, and that's part of the reason why I made the deck safe for work, so people could react to it also and like look at it and read it and not feel like, oh, I'm being weird degeneracy. No, like it's a fun project, it's fun design. If someone like Markiplier ever picked it up, I would have a stroke in a good way. Yeah. Because I would have never imagined in a million years that this thing I started to do for fun because I wanted to learn how to design characters better is something that people genuinely want to react to.
It was a really good conversation, and it was good to get to know you a lot more and about your work.
Real talk, we should do this again sometimes. I love it when I have people calling into my stream, so maybe someday if you have time you can call into mine, or we'll just organize something. I'll just stream for a long time and that's it.
Oh yeah, I'm always down for more collab, like anything.
Yeah. Real talk, Hades, when I finish the Kanto decks, like you have my blessing to be the first person that does the Smasher Pass for the other 75.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Your video made people so interested in the project. It made me smile a lot, so thank you.
Because of your artwork, people know of my channel now and of my other content and join into stream.
You react really well. Like, you have good takes. You're funny. I don't see
wait,
any...
you guys heard that? Say that one more time. You have good what?
Takes. You do have good takes.
There we go. You said it.
Look, you and I might not agree on your intimidation by the Thickie, but I do think that you had some good observations from the decks, and I appreciate that.
Okay. Maybe I'll be a little bit open-minded. Maybe when Wailord comes, it could be a smash for me. Who knows?